Big John, Big John.
All right, good Tuesday afternoon, everybody. Well, it's 1 o'clock. It's kind of rainy, drizzly. Got fuel delivered yesterday. Had to fill the tanks up, the combine up. 2 tractors, yeah, 1,027 gallons. So I got the discount for being over 1,000 gallons, 10 cents discount. Anyway, Anderson's put out a quick bid for corn to the river for $4.35. So that's 10 cents over. And so I called Kirk right away this morning to see if he had delivered the 1,000 bushel, 1,100 bushel that he had. He already did, so that's fine. So that went to Midwood. I called Bob, and he said no, he hadn't. He'll do it after work. And he said that just checking them oil filters and stuff, making sure they're not leaking. Fuel filter needs changed. Water filter needs changed down in there. That looks like a pain. But anyway, Bob didn't dump his, which I knew he wouldn't. So I told him to hold off, and I was gonna contact Anderson's. There's no place metal to stick you. There we go. I was gonna call the Andersons and see if that contract was viable. And they said, yeah, we $4.35 to the river. So I said, okay, I'd like to do that. So I contracted the last 1,000 bushel each, because I know I've got 1,100 in here and Bob's got 1,100 in his. So, wow, why is this thing so full? Huh. Coolant level's okay. She's a little over full. I might have put too much in her the other day. Anyway, so yeah, so I contracted 1,000 bushel for me, 1,000 bushel for Dad. So 2,000 bushel. So we're gonna run that up in the rain and wash the truck. Click, 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 click. Thing's been cranking a lot before it starts. I'm pretty sure them fuel filters are the problem. I've got the new one. One down there, canister down there, I have that. I actually have 2 of them. But I need to get this one. So anyway. This thing sits here and warms up. What do we have for air pressure? We got plenty of air pressure, so I'm going to push the trailer in, so that'll air the trailer up. So beans we're done with harvest, I have a couple of water cannons. One's up on the combine. What is he doing out there? Getting all muddy. He's looking for voles is what he's doing. He goes out there and digs up them voles. He's tracking deer. So yes, I have a couple of water cannons. There's one. And one up here in the combine. I'm gonna get them down and empty them, put them in the garage. So let's see if we can fall down while we try to get this down. It's just nice to have a zip tie or a bungee cord around sometimes. Yeah. She was in the barn the other day. Yeah. No cotter pin, just squirted myself. They were in the barn last weekend when it got cold. And it takes a lot to get below freezing in here, so I was okay with that. If you do it right, you can put out a lot of fire with one of these. We use them up to the track, and we put a cold fire in them, and we use them at the tractor pulls too, with cold fire in them for alcohol fires. So anyway, we'll get this one emptied out, and hopefully it empties out before it runs out of pressure. He's still wandering around out there. I don't know if you can see him. That's good though. He needs the exercise. He's old. Does him good to get out here and walk around. Okay, so there we go. We are running out of water first. Okay. Let's get this other one. I still feel like crap. Dad gave me whatever he had. I got up yesterday morning and I wasn't feeling the best. Where are you looking? Oh, this one's leaking up top. Must not be tight. Anyway, we'll be back. We'll see you on the road probably. Alright, we made her up here. Pretty uneventful drive up, luckily. Got a couple tugboats out here pushing in another ship in. That is the reason they did the contracts that I'm filling. And yeah, there's 2 tugboats out there on the other side of her, pushing her up against the docks, and they're putting the mooring lines on her and getting her all tied in, and they'll get the hatches opened up and start filling her with corn. Well, they don't fill them. They fill them about half to 2/3 full here because they can't get out because Lake Erie's so shallow. But then they get over by New York and stuff, and then they fill them up the rest of the way. You can see the wake on the other side of the boat. That's from the tugboats that are holding her in tight. I'm not sure what they're doing. Connecting lines. Yeah, she's only got 4 meters of drow right now. Looks like they're trying to untangle a line or something. Anyway, got a little bit of a line, but that's all right. I'm not in a hurry. See, they don't have any lines hooked onto the front of it neither. Well, it looks like there might be one, but that's why the tugs are holding them in tight. It looks like too many chiefs and not enough Indians. I don't know. The guy up on the boat's hollering at him. I don't know. Got 4 or 5 guys up there. There's 4 or 5 guys up on the front lines too. Yeah, they got one line tightened up. Looks like they're taking the throw rope back here to another one. Anyway, we'll see what's going on. Alright, so they got 2 lines off of that. And they're going way back there to that other one, it looks like. They've got that small rope. How'd you like to jump in that life raft and get launched off of there? That's got to be 50, 60 feet above the water. Bet that'd be a heck of a jolt when it hits the water. So they're doing some kind of rigging. Anyway. Oh yeah, they're tightening the lines up there. Alright, gotta move. So they just dropped 2 big lines, 2 big ropes. And those guys back there are pulling that small rope, dragging them across the surface of the water, which shouldn't be too awful hard. But it looks like they're on another line. I'm not exactly sure. But, yep, that's what they're doing. Alright, we gotta go. Alright, here we go. Pull the knob, dump the air. Like that. Push the air right in, close the tarp, put the handle away, and we're good to go. Get my ticket and we can head out of here. Okay, that was a pretty good load. Moisture 17.5, so that cost me 15 cents a bushel. 56-pound test weight. So yeah, no dock on anything else. We dumped 71,260 pounds. 1,272 wet bushel 1227.96 dry bushel. So, all right, that's it. Now we're gonna go to Speedco and we'll get some fuel filters changed on this truck. And yeah, we're pretty much done for the season. Whoops, sorry. Done for the season unless somebody calls me. We'll get fuel too. Fill her up. I got some diesel treatment with me. Fill the tanks up, and one of these days we'll wash her up, clean the inside out real good, put some mothballs and some peppermint oil in it, keep the mice out of it, and we'll be good. So anyway, we're gonna head for T5. Okay, never been here before. I do remember, you can see the plywood on the other side. There was a truck crashed into this place. It was questionable what was going on. He was trying to run into another truck or something. It was a dispute that was happened early this spring, I think. But anyway, I'm gonna get fuel filters changed and the water filter changed. As hard a time as I had getting them, well, I had to dial a friend to had to phone a friend to get the oil filters off. But so yeah, we're gonna have them do it quick. I don't feel like crawling underneath the truck. Get that done fresh before we put her away for the winter. All right, well, they changed the canister one, fuel filter, and then they put in a new cartridge one. So they changed both the fuel filters for me, like I asked. Ended up putting a new cabin filter in it too. That was pretty crappy. The engine air filter, they checked all that without me asking, or without asking me, but well, they asked me about the cabin filter. I told them the air filter for the engine's good, but they still checked it, which is good. And the water filter, there's a shutoff valve above it, so that when you take the filter off, you don't drain the radiator. And the little shutoff valve is stuck, and they couldn't get it to turn, and they were afraid they were going to break it, so they didn't do anything with it. So I still have that filter. He said take it to Volvo, that way if they break it, they got the parts to replace it right away. So that'll be another adventure. But anyway, we're on the way home. Yeah, I didn't think about it when I turned south on 23. Got the new roundabout up here. Haven't been through it yet. A buddy of mine's been through it. He said they didn't make it for trucks. And this is a very heavy truck route. So let's see what we got here. Very wide. Oh no, this was not even close to being designed for semis. Come on, Ohio. That's ridiculous. On the bricks. Down here, Fuel Mart, got fuel, $572.86. Ouch. But you got to play to pay, right? All right, well, I'm gonna head for home. I think that's going to be about it for tonight. Thanks for watching. watching. We'll see you in the morning, or see you tomorrow, or see you on the next one.